To my surprise, I went from not doing art much at all to winning awards, selling art, and finding my purpose and passion all within the matter of about a year. So get creative with me while I tell you how a daily creative practice turned into a life-changing journey. My name is Christy, and I created this channel in order to encourage you to do a daily creative practice, even if you think you're not very good and even if you only have 5 minutes. In 2023, I was coloring off and on with markers, but I was getting a little bored. I wanted more. Every day I'd get a little better, but the lines started feeling a little restrictive. I wanted to create art that came 100% from me, but I wasn't sure where to start. Coloring is an incredible hobby, but I wanted something a little more creative. And then one day, I took a little $13 online course about drawing houses with ink and markers. And don't worry, I'll link it in the description, because I know someone's going to ask. But the big life changer was right after I took that course, I read the book called Share Your Work. My lines were wonky, my perspective was terrible, but I felt a true spark of joy that I hadn't felt in years. And because of what I learned in Share Your Work, I started sharing my work online on Facebook. And then suddenly, somebody asked me to join a painting community in my town. The artists there encouraged me to keep going and encouraged me to enter contests. And they gave me advice when I needed it. Shout out to the Painters Guild. Then out of nowhere, people started asking me to draw their houses. I really took it on as just a hobby because I have a tendency to want to make everything a money-making activity. But this one sort of fell in my lap. And suddenly people wanted custom art of their home. I entered a plein air competition and I was shocked when I walked in and saw that my art had been sold. I started discovering watercolor painting. The surprises kept on coming. A few months later, I entered a really small competition and I used the week to study watercolor. And I could not believe it when I walked in the door and saw that I had won second place and then found out I won the People's Choice Award. The craziest thing about all of this is that I'm not an experienced artist. Anyone can do this stuff. Even if you don't want to enter competitions or sell your art, having a creative practice is so beneficial for so many reasons. Painting or drawing, even coloring, is like a meditative practice. It's like active meditation that focuses your mind. And I really do think that's the reason why all of these things happened. I had been hustling for years and going through personal challenges. And finally, I had a place to channel all of that energy. So even if you don't think you're any good at it, or you have a limited amount of time, and even if you don't want to call yourself an artist or anything like that, if you never want to do a competition, I highly recommend you start a daily practice. Art continues to be the best part of my day outside of my family, and my life will never be the same. I found focus, passion, I found peace in everyday life, gratitude in small things. I found a community of incredible artists who are so encouraging, which in turn has made me a more encouraging person to other artists. And now I'm moving into a daily sketchbook practice to explore more mediums and to have fun with my art. Up until now, I've been creating art that is more for other people, so of people's houses or to sell. And I really want to discover what kind of art I want to do and what my specific style is going to be. So as of the date of recording this, I'm only 2 years into my journey as an artist. So if you want to join me, I highly recommend you get yourself a sketchbook or a stack of papers and whatever medium you want to draw with. It doesn't have to be fancy and you don't need the most expensive supplies. And let's remove the expectation that we're going to create a masterpiece and just enjoy the moment and the act of creating something. So if you want to join me, leave a comment and let me know what you intend to do for your daily practice, or if you've already started one, and if you have any questions for me. I'm happy to share any knowledge I have. I'm not exactly an expert. I'm just sharing my journey. But I've accumulated some knowledge along the way, so I'm happy to share that with you. So grab some paper or a sketchbook or some paints and pens, whatever it is that you want to draw with, crayons, pastels, it doesn't matter. And go create something, and if you are willing to, I highly recommend sharing it, even if it's just with your family. There's something really freeing about removing the feeling of personal judgment of your own work by sharing it with the world. The first drawing I ever did, I thought was terrible, and it sparked this whole journey for me. So go create something and share it. Bye for now.